This part would have been an ideal part for the mold environment if you took that into account during the design process. So don't wait until something is completely designed and then try to decide how you're going to manufacture it. Think about how you're going to manufacture it as you are designing the part. For example, these faces back here are all flat faces. There is no parting line, and there probably should be a draft angle on these faces too, to help it come out of the mold. But I'm going to go ahead and split that faces. I put a sketch in here to split these faces, and so let's go ahead and do that. And I'll say OK to that. And now I have a split line going across these faces. Now ideally there would be a single split line, going across here as well. Because this is a curve, it's going to be a lot of work now and plus I don't have the feature tree, I don't have the sketches, so it would be a lot of work to put in that cutting line or parting line now, where if it was done while the part was created, it would have been relatively easy to do. And so we run into the same situation over here. So we want our parting line going down through the center of this, and all of these faces going down through the center, and that would have made it really simple when we go into the mold design. So here I am now in the mold design. The first thing I do is make sure that it's oriented in the correct direction. So we see open direction is that way. I'd prefer to have open direction going up. And so let's see if that is on the I'm going to set the X direction perpendicular to this face. So I'll do X, and I'll select this face, and so now I have the open direction going up this way, and so the core and cavity side of the mold. And then if we had, again, if we had the parting line as we modeled the part, if I go into the core cavity tools, and I'll define a workpiece, and I'm just going to leave that. You could change the height of this, so forth. I'll just leave those dimensions as they are. So this is what we're going to cut our mold out of, and then we'll do a runoff surface, and I'll try to do it automatically. And if it had been modeled with the design intent for manufacturing, all of these surfaces would automatically come off of the parting line correctly. We can see up here though that it doesn't come off the parting line automatically. So I would go back to the original design and consider the design for manufacturability, so that and actually I see that this didn't come off the parting line either. We could go through and try to do this manually, but doing it manually is going to run into some issues as well. So I select that. I really want to go there on the X direction, so I'll change that to the X direction, so that's correct, and go around. But we're going to eventually run into an issue where we're not going to have geometry that would make it easy to set the parting line.